You know, it's good to know we've basically gotten rid of racism in America nowadays. We can do what we want, when we want, as long as it's within legal bounds. Now, racism is treating a person or a group of people unfairly based on their color, religion, or beliefs. Now, about 100 years ago, there were entire groups devoted to restricting the rights of people such as African Americans and immigrants. The worst of these was the Ku Klux Klan.
Dan Stan the History Man. Brought to you by Union Beer.
What? What now? Okay. Union Beer, the official beer of President Ulysses S. Grant. That's me.
As I was saying, the worst one of these white supremacist groups was the Ku Klux Klan.
The what?
The Ku Klux Klan.
What?
The Ku Klux Klan. Now this is how the Ku Klux Klan started.
Howdy, brethren. I'm Nathan Benford Forrest, and I started the KKK with 5 other guys in Pulaski, Tennessee in 1864.
He was not a very nice person. He got a bunch of other anti-suffragists, and unfortunately, they would go around killing African Americans. They would also go around burning the houses, businesses, and churches of African Americans and Republicans.
Now you may be wondering, how did something like this get into motion? Well, there was always racism in America, but it wasn't until after the Civil War that the KKK got into motion.
So please,
Listen to this.
all this was the result of the Civil War.
Charge!
The Civil War was a war between the North and the South over the issue of slavery. Towards the end of the war, President Abraham Lincoln issued something called the Emancipation Proclamation, which freed all slaves in the Confederate Southern states. Eventually, the North won, mainly by the effects of Ulysses S. Grant.
Up the hill, boys! What? Really? Okay. Up the other hill, boys!
After the North won, slavery was abolished in the South. And all the anti-suffragists formed together to form the Ku Klux Klan. They were outraged at the thought of African Americans, who they considered property, not people, taking part in elections and daily life, so they used violence to discourage them.
The main goal of the KKK was to return America, most of the South, to the way it used to be, with slaves and masters.
Eventually, most of the southern states passed anti-Klan legislatures, which would cause the first Klan to eventually die out.
During my presidency, I made 2 main changes to the court system. 1, I suspended habeas corpus for anyone I thought was a Klan member. That means you can imprison them without a jury. And 2nd, I allowed African Americans to serve on juries so they could be tried fairly.
But 2 more clans would arise, which plague African Americans to this very day, though today there's only about 5,000 members left.
Hooray!
Well, that's our show. Tune in next time for Dan Stan the History Man and our segment about Richard Dixon, the man with the golden recording tape.